Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Eagle's Nest. Today, 8 o'clock. Still got 2 more minutes left on it, but just figured I'd start the stream a little earlier, get people trickling in while we just get ready for a fun tournament. We just are off the back of the Eggman triple win a box tournament from yesterday, and where we saw a really cool red-white deck build. Neo Xiong, I think, is the boss monster. I don't know if we have a full name for the deck yet. I think Cyber New Type is still going to be red-white. It's still basically red-white Cyber New Type, right? Let's be perfectly honest with ourselves, right? But it is using full frontal in a new way. The new boss monster really does change things, and I do believe that the deck has evolved into an interesting way. But that was also versus white blue. I don't even know what to call it. Victory. It's mostly Victory Gundam, right? White blue Victory Gundam with the boss monster being that Banshee Norn. But regardless, I think it was a really interesting finals. You guys haven't seen that stream, definitely check out Eggman's channel for that. Beyond that, Eagle's Nest things, we have, what do I want to say? Obviously the webcam tournament today. There's going to be a Digimon tournament tomorrow as well. And then, MSA tournament for Gundam. That's probably the most interesting thing to you guys out there right now is, yeah, Eagle's Nest here will be supporting MSA tournaments on this Friday. I know a lot of people have been enjoying those. Descriptions for that should all be in the Discord or in the description below. And as you know, the best way to do anything ever here on ResearchSquirrel.com or Eagle's Nest is to just join the Eagle's Nest Discord. But with that said, yeah, I'm pretty excited about GD04. If anything, yesterday got me pretty hyped up. So much so that I decided to play some World of Warcraft and farm some herbs for my peace of mind. I should start doing that. I should just start every start of stream break like screen, just like put whatever game I'm playing and just like put it in the corner and just like let you guys understand that I'm a real human being that does more than just card games. In my private life anyway. My streaming life, it's pretty much entirely card games, which, you know, maybe there's room to expand one day. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, beyond that, like you saw, we could talk about his top 8, right? His top 8 video. Where are we at? Where's the Eggles? Eggman. Events.com. Gundam. Phantom Aria. I think I can bring it up for you guys. Hold on. Commentary. Window capture. Oh, that's huge. That's a little. That's itty bitty big. Itty bitty big. All right, you guys are gonna get flashbanged. I'm sorry. But can I fix this a little bit? That's good enough. Flashbang. Anyway, Eggman's tournament, you guys saw. Destiny Gundam's probably the one I'm most excited about. Purple, I guess it's purple white is the main popular build of it, but also a Celestial Being deck was able to do top 8, which is exciting as well. Neo Xiong, piloted by Michael, actually an Eagle's Nest player, someone who plays at Eagle's Nest a lot, is at least what I'll say. Second place, actually, the finals was here. Abdullah versus Michael taking the victory, and then Abdullah kind of falling back into third, which, you know, Swiss tournaments, kind of that kind of thing just happens. But definitely a really fun and interesting list. The whole parts mechanic from the Militaire style deck was definitely interesting. It's still funny to me that it's just like you still got to play Amuro Ray and RX-78. Well, we did have room to put Uso in and Riddy. Obviously, you need Riddy. I think Riddy is just kind of a mandatory card, especially with Banshee Norn. But beyond that, you fit in. What's fun is you can fit in the Delta Plus, which adds the Earth Federation trait here for linkage, and then Uso doesn't do that. Never mind. I thought, who does it? Oh, it's Rudy. Rudy has Earth Federation on there, so fun. But definitely the deck I'm most interested in is anything Destiny Gundam, man. Anything Destiny Gundam, and I'm actually kind of excited for Celestial Being, although it's not really what I was hoping for. I was hoping, I don't like that they already added another color to Celestial Being, but if it's just better, that's fine. Alleluia having 2 pilots is actually kind of cracked for the deck, I think. And then we still have 1 lock on for all the Dynamis shenanigans that we're pulling off. And it was a really cool deck to watch. We'll have to see. Just Alleluia and Hallelujah. That stuff seems pretty strong. Also fitting in time for the Eans, the Trinity. Some of the fun Trinity stuff. So can't complain. Here's some of that Destiny Gundam stuff. It makes me mad that I didn't buy the Ultimate deck, which maybe I should have. Maybe we should have. But yeah, no, definitely getting second place with this list is gonna be really showing. The Ale Strike, still fitting in Ale Strike and Cure because like there's some coordinator conditions here. There's also some malicious stuff with the Turn A Gundam. I was also curious, but I think the best thing out of white is definitely Graceful Demeanor. A lot of players were seeing. Oh, Eagle's asking to come in. My bad. He was, last I heard, he was replacing a tire. So, I will set that up. Players are already, I'm already, damn, we started at 8 o'clock, right on the dot. Let me get the screen up for you guys and then I'll get Eagle on. Let's see. Yeah, let me get the some kind of gameplay up for you guys and then I'll get Eagle in. Do. Players are already getting started. I'm sorry, chat. There you guys go. All right, now to do my job and get Eagle in here. Eagle's technically in here. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Can they hear you? Is the question. One more thing.
I
can. Yeah.
Okay. If you want to hop to table 8, we're actually just starting the game here, and I think you'll find a little bit more enjoyment in this table.
All right, table 8. It is. I'm trusting you.
Hint, chat. It might be featuring one of Risu's favorites.
And then, they haven't even started yet. Nice. Oh, and this was a player from last night. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'm looking at the metagame for tonight, and we might have a big shift to what people are playing right now, and it's not aggro.
That's kind of. How do you feel about that? Right. I think I had a discussion with Eggman about how, like, Gundam keeps kind of ping-ponging between aggro and kind of like late game control strategies. But there seems to be an absence of mid-range. What's your take?
I think a lot of it's going to come down to like the depth of the pool, and obviously like your best quality pile cards are going to be the ones that are the most playable right now. Like especially like beta and set 1, we saw that like over the course of everything is just like what cards were consistent were good, which is blue and white. You have OA and show consistency, late game grind. Then set 2 and set 1, we kind of saw aggro get fine-tuned enough to the point where it was just like outpacing everything. So the card quality didn't matter. Come again, set 2, we did get Rick Diaz, which kind of like kept some aggro in check, but then set 3 with the Adept, aggro just got a lot more tuned in compared to all other decks. Red got a little bit of hate commands built in, but nothing's like really like archetypal yet, right? Like you have IBO as a deck, but it's not like searching for Tekadon. It's not searching for the Teiwaz traits.
Right.
Set 4, we're seeing that with League Militia, like right off the rip. That's a full archetype deck.
We're seeing I mean, I think even Celestial Being is kind of finally like fully rounded out to where people are actually trying to push it competitively, along with Minerva Squad. I think those are the main three archetypes, like at least tagged archetypes that people really are trying to play right now.
Yep, 100%. And I think with set 5, when we get one more set of like more card depth for all these different traits, because what we're doing, we're getting like seed support, which is going to be like the coordinator stuff. We're seeing I'm totally blanking. I know there's a few other set like series that have been supported that I really want to see them push the archetypal aspect to making the decks not feel like these blocker piles, these aggro rush decks. And I think League Militia is like a really good step forward in that direction.
Yeah, the Victory Gundam stuff and the Militaire deck has been really interesting. I think like just being the way they use these parts and the sun keep getting value out of using these parts tokens is really cool to me. Making tokens more than just like an aggressive mechanic to just endlessly swing at shield, I think is a really cool feature of the deck, and the fact that it's so consistent, right? It's surprising to me how well crafted I think it is compared to some of the other, like for example, like Ayuk, right? Ayuk was pretty kind of fell flat, right, for the most part, and then but here like just Victory Gundam in its shell is just working out really well, and part of that is due to this just how good this specific Victory Gundam with the on attack draw is.
Sorry, I was responding to people asking about the stream for tonight. But 16 players tonight. I know a lot of people are on the cooldown from Eggman's event last night. Excited to build decks, probably going to locals. But then we're also really pushing for Friday to be like our super big night.
Which Friday is going to be another MSA tournament for us, right?
Yes, it is. I talked to Doug. We're getting a lot of big key bugs fixed right now.
Nice.
When I say key bugs, it's like things that's like, it's not killing the game. It's not making an autopilot explode with all the shields bouncing, but just quality of life things that are technically more correct. So like selecting a rested unit for Amro's effect already, because the CB deck cares about having rested units.
Right.
But we're here with the decks of League Militia versus Wing. And I'm thinking about this deck and this matchup. League Militia is like, I wouldn't say it's entirely a mid-range deck, because a lot of the cards feel like they should be. But the fact that everything's like mono blue and then you have the unicorn top end makes you have really good late game value, because you're feeling up a second economy of resource for these matchups.
Yeah, that
Norn Exile.
Norn is ooh. So we're actually going to see the Destiny Gundam come, or not the Destiny Gundam, but the Shun pilot come down for to pair with the Lifrith here to try to get rid of said Victory Gundam. So revealing to us that we are on Destiny, White Purple Destiny. Oh, and this card's so good.
Graceful Demeanor. Yep.
Yeah.
Return 2 units to hand. Yes, this is S. He's normally a wing one trick. So if I said wing, I apologize, chat. It is a 100% coordinator purple white deck tonight. And honestly, it's one of the decks I have a lot of hope for. It may not be good right now in set 4, or at least like fully rounded out. I can't say it's bad. Like, it has good cards.
Yeah, it definitely.
It's one of those decks that maybe set 5 just pushes it over the edge if it gets support there.
Yeah, it makes me really want to pick up those ultimate decks, because I kind of skipped them on the first time around. So hopefully I can find them still.
I mean, if you need bricks, I got extra bricks still.
Ooh.
Eagle tries to keep a little stock for locals, including online homie locals.
That's what's up.
Yeah, here, let me pull up set 5 description, because I'm just like forward looking, like, what
I mean, that's when G Gundam's getting introduced, and I think a lot of people are excited for that.
Yeah, it's called Freedom Ascension GD05. Pulling up the distro page.
And that's our anniversary set as well, I believe, because
Mobile Fighter G Gundam Strike Freedom from C Destiny. So we're probably going to see like what Triple Ship Alliance get support.
Probably going to see Infinite Justice as well. So all three will have all three main mechs from the Gundam Seed anime.
Yeah, so looking at this matchup here, the macros of STO9s or not STO9s, the macros of Destiny versus League Militia. League Militia's big payoff, like we mentioned before, is that unicorn. I call it the Corn Norn Pants deck. So the whole idea is like you're trying to survive this unicorn clearing your board, so you don't want to leave yourself vulnerable. And the nice thing about Destiny is you don't mind if you're left vulnerable because you have so much value in your guys being removed. Like picking up cards out of trash. You technically have an infinite board state if you just keep looping Minerva with Minerva. Assuming you have like pilots to always have the During Pair effects alive, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm so in love with the deck. I think they need like one more way to play from trash. I think the main two ways right now are going to be the Destiny Gundam and then the Impulse. And then after that, they don't have. I can't think of a third card that actually like allows them to lean into that trash mechanic. But there
are options, but you have to put them in the deck, and I don't see people putting those cards in the deck. For example, like your reanimate spell, what is it called? Awaken Power, I think.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah, so we have that as another option. You can make really cool lines with that. I remember doing that in the STO9 events. That was a lot of fun. And there's something else I'm totally playing. I know you can bring pilots back. You can bring units back.
Ooh, Force Impulse Gundam comes down, and we're just going to go wide. Try to fight into...
into these pants everywhere, which don't really do anything by themselves. They can't attack face, but they can trade. But when there's nothing to trade into, they're literally just sitting there to sit there.
Well, we might see the V-Dash Gundam come down. We'll have to see. And exactly, V-Dash Gundam comes down, which I think it's like the best application of the parts tokens, is being able to rest one of your units to rest one of your opponents. I believe it's level 4 or lower. Or is it?
Isn't that the Gun Easy? I think that's Gun Easy you're talking about. Or is there? Do they both do that?
I think they both do that. Yeah.
I might be a little behind.
V-Dash.
I know the Gun Easy does.
Yeah, V-Dash definitely lets you breach, and I believe its main effect is to rest something, and then you can rest one of your opponent's units.
Yes, you're right. Activate main, rest a League Militia unit, rest an enemy unit with 4 HP or less. So yes, 4 HP. That is valid.
All right, so Force Impulse attacking, finally clearing the EX base, and we're gonna just get the blocker Force Impulse or Impulse Gundam. I don't remember its keyword though. And then Ale Strike.
Blast. I'm pretty sure that one's Blast, the blocker. We sometimes know what we're talking about, chat.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's Blast Impulse. Yeah. But yeah, I think just the fact that Destiny has so much late game value on top of League Militia having late game value will make it a really fun matchup. And I don't think it's necessarily favored for one side or the other if both players are playing optimally.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is. I mean, I don't know. If I had to pick between late game decks versus aggro decks, I much rather at least from what I've seen so far, I much rather the format we've been watching lately, where it's just people are playing cards and they're going back and forth, trading boards away and interacting, versus the whole 1-year war, win in 3 turns situation. And we are going to blah. Oh no, we're gonna rest.
It's V-Dash's effect. Rest the parts, rest the ale, because it's naked, it has no unit or pilot underneath it.
Probably try to get it off the board before they can try to pilot it up. Oh, do we have Amuro Ray?
Gundam Amuro, still good in these even board state decks. Doesn't have to be pure face, doesn't have to be pure aggro. Could even just be playing tempo.
Probably just gonna rest the Blast Impulse.
Now your Panson's coming in for 2 damage anywhere. I had the Zawalt, I think it's called, can swing in and crash the Blast or the Lifriths or the ALC. Probably swing AL, right?
Yeah, I've just been calling it Blue Zwart. That's its new name for me. But yeah, go to attack into. Would you just trade into the blast? Or are you trying to get the Ale Strike off?
I think there's merits to both. If you want Gundam Amuro to trade over Ale, you would rather have this go into blast, because then Gundam Amuro trades over anything else. Yeah, so I think he is going for the Ale there. Because it's a little bit more awkward to swing RX into blast, because you'll just trade 1-for-1. And there's the gun easy. He's going to rest a League Militia card. It could be the parts or himself.
So good. And then that will rest the final Lifrith.
Yep, and now we can do full board trades. And that's actually a card I've seen put into blue-purple decks lately. The gun easy, because he can rest himself when he comes in, and he's basically your extra copies of Amuro, but with a body.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a really good card. And then finally, we are going to attack into the Ale Strike and have it succeed. Makes me wonder where the other card attacked into. Probably gonna.
Zalote traded 1-for-1 with Lifrith because the RX effect.
Right.
So now all our trades we're doing are going where we want them to.
Breach 3 on the V-Gundam.
The one thing I will say I feel is under-repped is blue-purple right now. Blue-purple is such a good matchup into the League Militia deck.
Yeah, I can see, I can see that because they're not used. Oh, we lost connection. And we're back.
Real quick, don't forget repair. Yep, thank you. Yep, I was just doing a little poke to remind them they have repair.
Nice. All right, so we still have our Force Impulse. We still have our Blast Impulse. We can do some damage to the game here if we want. Maybe we'll see. I mean, we're level 9 with the EX resource. We could see Destiny come down. And not really. That's I think that's still one of the hard parts of Destiny Gundam is you get it down, but you can't quite do what you want with it on that turn. It looks like we are going to. There we go. Destiny Gundam with the Shun. And we even still have 2 resources up. So if we attack, we could
get another resource back too.
Mm-hmm.
So really your goal is to get rid of the problematic cards. If you get rid of like the RX, you're filling up the Norn, which you can respect Norn. But I think your goal is just to clear board first. Norn's not killing you when it comes down.
Mm-hmm. I think we might just attack into the RX-78. Play Sword Impulse Gundam. Sword Impulse clears the Zwart. Oh no, we attacked into the 1-drop. Okay. So forcing our opponent to attack into us. Interesting.
Yeah, Zalote was KO'd from the sword. Yeah. Okay. Went into gun easy, I believe is what we went into.
Yeah. This gets kind of scary though, because next turn, like, Norn can come down and just devastate everything we're doing. But luckily, like, Destiny Gundam is just so beefy. I'm gonna see another overflowing affection to end our resource usage. Are we gonna attack with the Force Impulse? I feel like we should.
I mean, if you do, you're saying, okay, we're letting Korn clear a board, or like have more targets to trade into. So if you're not trading 1-for-1, I don't think you do it.
I think we might be. I think Blast Impulse is gonna go into V- here. And then
that makes sense.
Oh no, it went into RX-78. But then yeah, this clears our own board, but then with the Force Impulse we will pick back up the Blast. Yeah.
And turn pass. Yeah, because like now if the Unicorn comes down, it's not like devastating our entire board's worth of tempo in one big swing turn.
Realistically, I think the Norn will lose or will die in the trade, because Norn gets to what? With the pilot, it gets to
8. I wasn't even thinking about that math.
8 HP. I have a hard time remembering the stats right now. Everything's so new. Let's see.
So Norn's a 5/5. Riddy, I think, is a 1/2. So yeah,
so it goes to
that's a
7. So best case scenario for us, we can play Norn, Riddy, and then -2 onto the Destiny still clears us, or it still becomes a trade because the Destiny's at 9 damage. Thanks to Shun being a +3 pilot for AP.
Is Destiny that big? I'm pretty sure it's
Destiny's a 5/5, but the Shun
the Shin's 3 attack, so it should be 8/5, which means you live with 1.
Really? Oh, it is a 5/5. I thought it was a 9. For some reason, I thought it was a 9. Okay.
The Norn only gives -1 AP on the swing, but yeah, if you swing,
But you would
life,
swing into the
then
shield
swing,
and then get it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there, chat. Yeah, is there anything y'all are excited to see tonight? I will say our tournament tonight has a big skew of decks right now. So it might be a little hard to get something unique unless we get in the early rounds.
So no Norn, I think, is really interesting. Not like, I guess not interesting, but it's unfortunate that that's where we're at. No Norn on this turn. We had to show resolve, play a base. I think like this is like the ideal spot for Destiny Gundam. Is just, I got to survive a turn. Now I have a full, technically 11 resources to play with on this during this attack. You can play any Minerva squad unit if you want. You can replay that Force Impulse. You can, I mean, you could play a Destiny.
Arctic, don't worry. I have put a full bounty for the Friday night MSA tournaments for Vulture to be played. So best finishing Vulture deck will get extra prizing. I have like a listed bounty amount on the prizing structure, which basically says, hey, if we get this many people, it's an extra like 60 points for bounty. But where are we at right now? Yeah, we have 30 bounty points regardless for the Vulture deck. And we're at 13 right now. We have a 128 player cap for $6 entry on Friday. And I'm really excited to see how that turns out.
All right, so Destiny and Sword Impulse go into Shield, and we're not going to block it. Interesting we went for the Blast. I feel like we could have had some fun going for something like Force Impulse. I guess it depends on what the rest of our hand is. Thing 3, another Blast. Oof. This is
Vulture. Friday MSA, if you play a Vulture deck, the best finishing Vulture deck gets extra prizing regardless of placement if they're the best finishing one. Which I think that's a fun way to incentivize different decks to be played, because if you also make top 8, guess what? You get top 8 prizing with bounty prizing. Oh yeah, I was looking at decks for next round to keep an eye on.
All right, resting one, another shield, another base, I should say, actually. Looks like we're gonna play V-Dash. If we play V-Dash, I think we won't have the resources to play Norn plus Pilot. Norn is 5. Oh no, we'd still be able to do it.
Okay, Danny, I got a deck for you next round, Danny. Don't worry. You made a request. I'm gonna do my best I can to fulfill it.
All right, V-Dash comes down. Oh, nope, ran out of tokens. The legal play. That's crazy.
He brought a reasonable amount. Which I think this is like a fun thing to discuss, because like when you're going to a regional, we've already talked about, you need to have official tokens.
Yep.
And you have a maximum of 6 of each token you can bring.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, if you're playing a deck, I don't really think you need more than 3 of an average token, unless your deck's like maybe the Zong deck, maybe you have like 4 of the Wired Arms, right? I think it's like a pseudo realistic amount, but you're not going to get penalized if you need to like make a 5th or 6th version of a token as like a very clear, distinct card.
Oof. So much resting coming down. We're just gonna send it into Destiny Gundam over and over again, I feel like. Is that enough to... Oh, is that enough to clear the Destiny? Is he...
Destiny took a pretty big beating from previous turns.
I guess that's fair.
Hey, G Shadow, I saw you took the first round tonight. How you feeling, man? You feeling like you got the sauce for tonight? I know there's a lot of things I want to be trying still. I'm probably going to be messing around. Like, I did a lot of turn A testing. Hey, Exia. And turn A was a deck I was so excited for. But do you know what really clicked this moment of me saying turn A is probably not a good card? It doesn't keep blocker. It does not keep blocker throughout the turn.
Shit.
It only has it for your turn. It doesn't carry over to your opponent's turn. And once I realized that, I'm like, okay, this card is awful for what I want it to do. Not saying it's a bad card, but for what I wanted it to do, it was not hitting those marks.
Yeah. I think some of the other ones are kind of interesting, though. Definitely like being able to yoink high maneuver, which I think some of the Destiny decks are trying now.
Blake, I know. I have Destiny is on my list of decks I want to play a lot. Like, we have options for really cool mid-range decks for the first time that are like viable feeling. Right now, we're just kind of with our back against the wall here as the Destiny player, though. These two non-pants parts can swing, and one more link means they get game. They have a built-in draw engine. So, like, it's not unrealistic for them to get there. It just feels bad that we have to trade a 5/3 full HP blast into the mostly damaged unit there.
Yeah.
After, I will say, Blake, after this weekend of store regionals and new type challenges, if I hit the mark I want to, I'll probably have fun like experimenting with other decks. But I really want to make sure I get my, the Lupus for my collection first, because I collect all the MTC cards. I collect a lot of things, man. Set 4 is going to destroy me because there's actually lots of good value alts in the set.
All right, Victory Gundam attacks. Gonna clear the Minerva base. Rest 1. No overflowing affection.
Yeah, I think red-green Celestial Being is the way to play it right now. The only issue I have with Celestial Being is if you don't have your pilots, the deck is very, like, C tier. If you have your pilots, the deck's, like, really high A tier. But without pilots, your deck is just full C tier. Because everything's a during link effect.
Another Victory Gundam comes down. And we're just going wide. Is that the Norn?
That is Norn. The Norn. That is Corn Norn, guys. You know what? Here, I'm going to do something useful right now while we're watching this match also. On Limitless, I'm going to add Victory Corn as a deck.
Nice.
What is it? Blue, white. What would we say is like the defining card of League Militia? League Militia always plays what? Uso?
Always plays Uso. I mean, Victory. I think V Dash or the draw Victory.
Are both, yeah, they're both good options. Yeah, I think I'll use V Dash right now because I think that's probably the highest potency card.
Pants token.
Yeah, that's not on the deck list though. Because it's not on the deck list, I can't use it as like a search feature.
Yeah.
GD04, the card number is 006. If people innovate a new version that doesn't use that, let me know. I guess I'll update it. And then Unicorn Gundam O2 Banshee Norn Destroy mode. I have to type that all out.
Force Impulse to clear the Victory Gundam. Destroy, get a parts token. I'm surprised we didn't try to swing Force Impulse to try to trade with it so we could get a large body down. Ooh, Destiny Gundam with Shun? Yeah. Going to attack. We can play a 5. We can play up to a 6 cost, which is really nice. What level is this Victory Gundam? I don't think Sword Impulse does anything for us. Well, they're probably just gonna get blast, yeah, so we can get a blocker.
Okay, we should have Victory Unicorn as an archetype now. Danny, thank you for recommending that name, Victory Corn. I think it's a lot easier. Even though I do have fun saying Corn Norn.
All right, we've cleared the board, so we're surviving for the most part. Both players really playing out their full hands here. Resting 2. What's the one card? Oh, this is gonna be so close. What is it?
Might be a Gun Easy or something similar to that, where it's like you're scared of popping it. Or are these other decks? Oh, I don't have Destiny in the builder yet.
Yeah, like you said, it is that Gun Easy that's gonna be able to rest itself.
Or any League Militia. It just has the option of itself.
Block rest at level 3 or lower, but the famous, like, funny enough, all the Minerva Squad stuff are very high level. I don't think you can rest the blast impulse here. Yeah, it is a level 5 unit. Alright, so we're going to attack with Norn into Destiny? I don't think we're gonna do that. I don't think we are gonna block. We are gonna block. Fair enough. What's our top deck from the Destiny Gundam? This will be really interesting to me. All right, Force Impulse to trade into the Norn. Yeah, that makes sense. You're going to play... Oh, I think I know where we're going with this. We're going to pick up the Blast Impulse so we can play it. Destiny will attack. Destiny will play Sword Impulse. I mean, I think we need to leverage the fact that we could play some higher units here.
Destiny can play Destiny, which is probably what we're going for now. Now that we're in the late game, our goal is just to start getting value. Oh no, maybe not.
Force, like, I like this Force Impulse to just delete the...
get rid of the Gun Easy. Yeah.
But like, I also agree with the idea that like we could just get so tall so fast. Oh, hitting the pilot. That's... Oh god. Oh no, that could be real bad. And just dump clip, Force Impulse, and Blast Impulse. So with 2 cards, I mean, even if it's Norn, we don't win. So we know it's a pilot. I think the only thing that really can pair with the Delta Plus as well. Oh, we did top deck a Norn. That is busted.
Yeah, I mean, the big issue we're gonna have is the fact that we can't interact with the rest of his board.
Yeah. But I think -1. And that's our whole hand. So I think you just let it through into shield. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it really doesn't matter here.
Since the parts tokens cannot attack into shield or base.
Imagine if they make a card that allows you to, like...
I would not be surprised. Yeah.
If you have 15 exile the blue cards, your parts can start swinging face. That would be a fun custom card for the deck. And you definitely do not need that.
All right, so now it's -2 on the Norn.
Board, and yep, Norn in particular, because you're trading into it. And you have no reason to really exile more unless you don't want them to trade into you, but you want them to because it keeps you alive.
Yeah.
They're trading.
No, but we are going to do the exile. And just attack into shield immediately. And then just top deck and attack into shield. It's going to be... And just well piloted here in the late game. A little lucky, I think. I think the... was it Victory Corn deck? Could have potentially just kind of saw their boss monster a little late, unfortunately, even after all the draws we had. So would have been interesting to see how that works out. But seeing 3 Shuns on the purple white side of things also really, really strong. So either way, 'cause I don't think there's
Yeah,
anything that recycles the pilot, right?
there is, but they're not great right now. You have to spend like 2 or 3 resources for it. It was in Momentary Respite. That's what it's called. That was a part in Tournament Pack 2. But yeah, that was round 1 though.
Oh,
all tables are finished. Yeah, all tables
wow.
finished round 1, man. And we'll be pushing round 2 here shortly. Basically a minute before overtime.
I never set up your camera. That's funny.
But yeah, I have a deck picked out for next round, so don't worry, chat. We had a request, and I'm doing my best to fulfill it. Oh, it is 3, Zephyr. Thank you. Yeah, it's like I know Momentary Respite is like the one way to grab a pilot back from trash, and its cost is just so high up and heavy.
Which honestly, a 3 is a lot, especially if you're trying to bring back. I guess Destiny in the late game could put it off. Some of these decks can maybe pull it off, but then you're running out of resources to actually like do the other things you might want to do that turn.
I mean, like, if your whole idea is you only have a Destiny on board because you played it out from your last Destiny link or pair, you
and
can
then
grab back your Shin, and then you can put it underneath the Destiny you had, swing, then cheat out a guy again. But you just spent 3 plus whatever resources for the Destiny target. I don't think it's that great. I'll be honest, Danny, it would be a lot more playable. But for 3 costs to get back a pilot, it just feels like it's asking a lot.
And it's only doing work in the later game, right? It's a card that's kind of dead in most scenarios, which I don't think Gundam can facilitate that. There's not enough draw in Gundam to like really allow you to have these like niche cards. Your cards kind of have to just always be good.
Yeah, we should have our round 2 pairings up here shortly. Oh, they're actually up. Round 2 pairings are up.
Where are we going?
Where are we going? Let me see where players are going to be. We're going to be at table 2.
Nice.
This one's for you, Danny. This one's for you. Y'all ask in chat, and I do what I can to deliver. But I have updated Limitless, so it does have a little bit more deck filtering built in innately now. And Blue-White Victory Unicorn is currently 2-1. If that tells you, we have 3 people playing it tonight, and we watched the only one lose so far on stream. But it was a nail biter. It was close.
That was close. Oh, we got G Shadow versus Cody. Nice. Classics.
Yep, I was going to say, when you have a very active webcam local scene, you're bound to showcase some of the same players, especially if they're strong players. Because we always focus on getting the quality people on stream.
It's honestly my favorite thing. Like, because it's like, you know how in like fighting games you kind of have like stories, or what's I forget the term they use. So it's like obviously everyone knows Justin Wong versus Daigo, right? Like those are just names and moments, you know, or Mango versus Hungry Box, or like just some big ones out there. So just like getting the same names over and over again on the screen at these like weekly events, I'm down for it. I'm here for it. G Shadow, I believe, is also a content creator. I think they do stuff here and there. Let me double check that. Technically, I'm right, but it's been a minute.
I just got a message from all my webcam folks to open a GD04 box. He just pulled Destiny++.
Oh, nice.
That's what I was responding to. I'm like, there's no shot. There's no shot of the boxes. We already have the ++ pulled, which means it's a good case, guys. It's a good case.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, I was tempted. Destiny is in fact my favorite Gundam. Like, oh, getting the plus plus and like not getting it graded, but getting it like, you know, slabbed up in some type of way so I can post it next to like the model kit or something sounded really cool.
Yeah. G-Shao is the only person you knew because he came into the community and you'd seen some of their videos. Honestly, like the content creator scene for Gundam has a pretty solid like footing. Because like if you compare it to Digimon, like how many Digimon content creators do we have that have like quality work? And I think Gundam has a lot more folks that have like the good mid-tier quality work, with a few at like I would say the exceptional quality.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with that.
Nothing negative about the content creators, but like just speaking for the overall quality of content put out, it's not pump and dump stuff.
Yeah, no,
I
for
love
sure.
seeing that.
I definitely can agree with that. Yeah, wow. The Destiny plus plus going for $849. Jesus. All right, both players just kind of setting up, passing turn 1 per turn 2 as we're just ramping up to the later game.
Yeah, you don't really utilize that level 1 play too often. Like, there's like 2 worlds you're using a level 1 play. One, the level 1 plays being if you're playing the 24 1-drop deck where you play level 1 1-drop Zaku, just because it's a search target for the Zaku LR. That's one of the reasons. The other reason, you have a level 1 1-cost search command. There's no other use of level 1 plays really in the game, unless you count like the draw for turn being a use, which technically aggro does like it.
We're seeing the red-white deck, which was able to do really well at the Eggman event yesterday. We were able to see we were just able to see it just win the whole event over the Norn deck specifically. All right, and then it's gonna be a red-white mirror versus looks like potentially a Zaf build if we're playing the Aegis MA mode. Yeah.
Aegis has breach. But yeah, sorry, I was responding messages in my judge channel about things. But yeah, so we're going to be featuring 2 red-white decks here, but very different red-white decks, I do want to point out. Neo Zong is a really strong top end, and it was probably the most hyped card for me looking into this set, just because I've had so much fun playing Xeon, Neo Xeon, red-green mid-range. I'm like, yes, we have a top end, it's so strong, but then red-green just runs out cards so easily. Yeah. That's still the problem of red-green. The only merit you have for playing green with your Xeon stuff is for LR Zaku from the starter deck. That's the only reason it matters. Like, I guess you get base break Zaku.
Yeah. Ooh, we're gonna play. So it's gonna be a turn A style build with I forget this character's name, Luna or Lumen, something like that. Let me
yes, this is the turn A pilot. So chat with the turn A pilot
Loran.
and the what we call the turn A base. I believe that's one that heals itself. We're definitely looking at a turn A style deck.
That's gonna be so interesting.
And that's honestly a card I think is really good in like 2v2. Because like having twice the player's trashes to steal keywords from is like insane, first of all, for card selection, and you can be very selective in your 2v2 deck building around it also.
Oh, true. I hadn't considered that. You know, being able to suddenly steal suppression from your partner and then doing 2 damage to shield can be kind of game changing.
Yeah, the only issue is like you have to have a ways to pitch, which I think only white and red have native ways to pitch cards from hand.
Mm-hmm.
You have OA and white / new sign, and then red you have the base that pitches a red card to draw 2 or draw 1. I can't remember how it works. I think it's draw 1.
Oh, we're gonna see Sinanju in full frontal coming down.
And K-Shat coming off full frontal effect. Yeah, we just said we're going to be turning everything sideways, going to be pinging 2 damage here, and we're just going to go all in.
I think one of the coolest things about the new set is that they specifically have a card now that can be, I think, was it the new, I believe it's the new red card that has a cost higher than its level, but because of that, it can get played off of things like this Shinanju.
Oh yeah, the full frontal target, because it's a level 4 or whatever. It has 6 costs. Yes, you could play it for its costs, but it's really meant to be cheated out with full frontal.
I forget his name though. It's like Zulu something Zulu.
Yeah, and the pilot that you link with that card's like a budget enabled bombardment pilot. It's like gives +2 AP if I remember correctly. It's like it's cute. It's cute.
Mm-hmm. Rosen Zulu, thank you.
Danny out here getting all the names of the cards we can't think of, but we know of.
Hey man, what was it? What did that one person say about Marvel the fighting games? They're just functions, bro. Every card's just a function, bro. You just remember its functions and you're good. You don't even remember the names or what they look like. It's fine. They could be blanks after that. I'm joking.
And that is that Silver Bullet? I think that's Silver Bullet, the new blocker we got that takes less effects damage.
Oh, on the turn A side? Yes.
Yeah, Silver Bullet's honestly like one of the best blockers we have now. Because like you have your choices of Perfect Strike or Silver Bullet, and it really depends on the meta you're expecting to see for which 4/4 blocker you care about.
I think the reliability behind Silver Bullet ends up being better, right? In most scenarios.
I mean, the first thing you always have to acknowledge is they are guaranteed 4/4 blockers.
Yeah.
Silver Bullet does not care what's on your opponent's side of the board to be good or bad. It's just always a net positive, assuming they run cards that would affect it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're running into something like Perfect Strike, there is the potential downside of you returning a unit to hand because it's mandatory that effectively heals it. But then there's also the super upside of bouncing a token, and you effectively made them go minus in card economy if you set up the board set. Or maybe not even full card economy, like relieving pressure for like maybe a Zong that played out a wired arm that you can't trade into. They just have different merits for different metas for what you're really thinking's popular. If course goes at 4, you would probably see Perfect Strike over Silver Bullet every time.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so we're getting into a pretty big turn here for the turn A Gundam. Sinanju, Kshatriya started doing some damage, cleared the board, but now we're going to see Justice Gundam with the Atherin. Going to get our token out. Mandatory effect to get the token out. So now we're going to be able to trade in and give the token rush, which is interesting.
Yeah, so Sinanju full frontal link, he is a 7/6, which means if we trade with Justice, we can get rid of it, give rush to token. I don't think we care about swinging with it this turn. Yep, you'll easily give up your Lifrith. You don't care about that.
Yep.
And because you have another Lifrith on board, you can't really force a good trade anywhere, because if you swing with the token, he blocks. I guess you... Oh, he's trying to go in. I guess if he blocks, you trade in your Lifrith to his Lifrith. Well, maybe it's a little bit better. I don't agree with this play, because now you can just get blocked, and you've done effectively nothing.
I can agree with that. And we only have one resource, so our turn's pretty much ended here. And now we're going to go into a pretty impactful turn, potentially, if we have the Neo's Young.
I'm trying to think. I guess Stealth Stratagem's a card, so that could come up here in red. You could do 2 damage to a unit with 2 AP or less. Go into the K-Shat again. Gets blocked here. Takes 2. Do you have a stealth stratagem you're trying to curve out with? Maybe.
Maybe. We
We'll
can
find
still
out.
wait
We'll
till the
find
end of our opponent's turn, yeah.
Yeah, or wait for like when they're trying to trade and they maybe do an ordering that makes it suboptimal.
Yep. All right, Kshatriya goes in. Probably for the trade. Yep. Oh, no. No, not a trade. I'm mismanaging my numbers. We're flowing affection, Sinanju, and then we're going to throw 2 damage at the, yeah. Now we have a full turn of all these resources. We're just going to pass? Wow. Saving up our resources, or our hand is just not looking too great. This is our chance as the turn red white turn A style build, or Zaft even. Another Justice, another Atherin. Still doesn't get much done. I feel like this is not just not as impactful as we kind of want it to be. This will clear this will full clear board, but doesn't feel good. Yeah, at some point we're playing not to lose and not playing to win, because our opponent's still sitting comfy behind 6 shields from bring down Lifrith.
I mean, what's the hand quality though?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing we have to keep in check still too. I think it's a good game so far though, chat. What do you think? It's not a full blow on one side. That's also the nature of like these red-white decks too though. You're not really getting fully blown out, with like maybe a few exceptions of like you draw the top end bricks.
Is that all ranged attack that we just did, or is that... Must be. So I think
Yep, that's all range. That's all range. That is the alt for it. Not the NTC participation one, the alt art from set 2.
Wow. Hey, turn A comes down. Double
two turn A's.
2 turn A's.
Yeah, I agree with that, Danny. I really have fun because the whole thing we're trying to utilize here in these red-white mirror matches is like who gets better value out of their cards. On average, they're getting the same quality cards because they're probably both playing 3 to 4 Justice. They're both playing 3 to 4 of like you name the key card. Like they're just playing it. It's just which one will start netting more value late game. And Neozong has the potential of doing that, but having 4 HP bodies is pretty annoying for the deck. Yep, and here's Neozong coming down. 3 damage goes on Lifrith, thanks to the 1 damage we preemptively did.
And this is just going to be so tough to interact with. Neozong is a menace of a card, I feel. What are we looking for?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're seeing both of the feature units for each deck, respectively.
Is there a world where we have... What are we stealing? Suppression? Oh, we're stealing Suppression from the GQuex. That's huge. That's going to catch up the shield math so much. But not having an answer for the Neo... I don't think a lot... Any decks have a lot of answers for the Neozong. This next turn is going to be absolutely nasty. Resting 6?
Oh, that's 5 for Justice, yeah.
Not going to attack with... I think you have to start trying to win this race. I think we should have attacked with the other turn A as well.
I mean, we might have some commands in hand, like a Graceful Demeanor we're waiting to use, but there's nothing you want a Graceful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the turn A Gundam should have attacked. This is going to be 3 damage anywhere.
Yeah, you're going to target the blocker so you can guarantee the swing that you want into the turn A because you might be scared of dying, or you might just be pushing lethal. Either way is a valid reaction. Yeah, you can't use any commands in response to this. Okay, it's going on the standing turn A.
That makes sense.
Circles to play in their body and clear that turn A. Oh no, it's all range. That's putting in work.
That's so good. We have another unit. Yeah, we do. That's going to be the other turn A. This is kind of why I wanted to see both turn A's. Oh no, it's not, because it's not a.
It's Lifrith. This is Lifrith, and we can KO the turn A if we want also. Is Neozong once per turn? Or
No.
did I missed something.
So, Neozong's
he didn't swing. He didn't swing. That's what he didn't do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, was it? We did 3 damage on turn A.
That was it, because you have to play a
Neozeon. Okay, okay, it's not linked. It's not linked. Okay, chat, ignore me. I'm so used to having full frontal because I'm greedy as heck and save him for
exactly this. Yeah.
Time. Yeah. I was like, he's supposed to be pinging chat. Don't worry, guys. We sometimes make mistakes as commentators. You can ignore it though.
We're just here to be pretty, man.
Yeah, put on a good show. Honestly, it's just a fun passion project right now for me too, having these events every week. Giving players a little bit more value in their time every single time they come out and play. And like I said, I'm excited to see what Friday looks like.
Ooh.
Friday MSA turn. Oh, this, if we had the pilot, would proc Neozong.
Yeah, it would. Ooh, wait. Oh, we got the Loran down. So you can bounce. You're now going to be able to bounce the token back. So awesome. Are we going to steal Breach or are we going to steal Suppression? We have both in our trash. No, just gonna play Silver Bullet and pass? I don't know about this. I would have been aggressive. I think it's 2 cards in hand for Neozeon. Gonna pair the Marita with the Sinanju. Sinanju now is gonna be able to deal 2 damage. Gonna get rid of. Looks like we're trying to get rid of. Where are we throwing damage?
Honestly, lots of good decisions. It just really matters like what you have. Oh, it's another Neozong. Oh, this game's over. This game's over, chat. Typically, one's like a strong stabilized turn, but when you get the second Chef's Kiss, like you're not living with anything else on that board.
You're just doing. Oh my god. Wait,
I mean,
where'd the other 3 damage go? Did we double tap the? Did we have to double tap the?
Yeah, let's escape.
Turn A.
He had a last life base or a base in life also. Yeah, I mean, it might have been resolving, and then his opponent scoops. Like, yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So yeah,
I lose the game, and I can't deal with double Neozong in case I put in a crazy blocker wall.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Yeah, that's fair. Like honestly, that was a fun game to watch. We gotta watch the giant countdown timer go. But yeah. Anyways, that was our round 2. What do the other tables look like right now? We got, what, 15 minutes left on clock? Everything else is pretty much running still. Nice. If we want to hop to table 4, we can take a look at some players we haven't viewed yet. And now the real question, chat. Who's ready for the Norn Corn Pants Off?
All right. Pants off.
They both have an adequate number of pants.
Oh, no one has more pants.
Yes, one of them does actually have an extra pair of pants.
Mm-hmm.
So the mirror is actually a really interesting matchup. What's like your defining point? I guess just getting the better value with each unit.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just have to be ahead a little bit. Oh, we have the link pair. Delta plus armor already just wins it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to see what the difference maker was going to be with just only seeing this final turn, but
yeah, we tried, chat. We tried.
I think that was double link pair for game, so that's kind of hard to, definitely kind of hard to deal with.
Oh, let me peek at some tables. Table 5 just finished. Table 7's in a pretty complex board state, so table 7 has a little bit of time. So table 7, we actually have a really cool brew concept. Looks like we have the O with Banshee Norn. So if anyone doesn't know, Papidus gives repair generically to a unit when it's linked. You can give it to Unicorn, and when you swing with Unicorn, you keep tapping things because of the O's effect. It's not once per turn.
Mm-hmm.
So you can effectively board clear. So if you're going against a slow matchup, it's not a bad deck. But it's also the wrap up there.
Yeah.
But that's the deck theory, at least. You have the O with Papidus and Unicorn on the other side. You're just going to keep restanding from your trash effects and clear any slow deck.
That was nice. That was cool.
It's a cool concept here, but we keep coming into the end of matches.
Yeah.
That's the thing with these best of ones. It's a little hard to catch extra gameplay action.
Yeah, because you're always stepping in on their like final turn or something. It is what it is. That being said, chat.
I was going to say, I think it's a good time to take a short break, grab some water, and we'll get ready for round 3.
Yeah, chat. There you go. Is every Wednesday Eagle's Nest. You guys know how it is, but most importantly, Friday. If you guys feel like you missed out on playing today, we're gonna let you guys play on MSA tournament on Friday. Is it a free tournament still, or are you starting to stock up on pricing?
It's $6 entry, the price of a Taco Bell meal. You can play with price support going all the way up to a booster box or first if we get enough players.
Ooh, okay. And then, again, that's going to be a web, like a simulator tournament. So you don't even have to own the cards to play. Just look up Mobile Suit Arena, dabble your hands in there, build your decks, and just show up to ready to play on Friday. You should be able to win some real cards, some real prizing. And then I think it's awesome. I think they've been stupendously popular. So
yeah, our first one having over 100 participants was amazing. I know it was like 3 boxes of prizing with free entry, but for like long-term sustainability and to support development of MSA, a lot of the funds get kicked back to MSA. So if you guys aren't a patron, you can at least support by participating in these tournaments also, where you play for some prizing. Some funds get kicked back to Doug, who develops MSA. At the end of the day, we're supporting community with big community events.
All right, so see you guys for round 3 in a minute. We'll be back, and yeah, stick with us. And we're back. And yeah, once again, Risu finds a way to yap to people how they are an ex-Blizzard employee. It's really fun to say I worked in the video game industry on some degree. But more importantly, oh, I messed up my, yeah. All right, we got round 3. We got, we're going to see S.Dot's Destiny Gundam deck once again. Is it, are we calling it Destiny Gundam or are we calling it Minerva Squad? I feel like it's like both.
I call it, yeah, both are valid. They both describe the deck. I personally say Destiny just because it's the top end boss monster for the deck.
Yeah.
But we've seen S.Dot here on stream already once today featuring Destiny Gundam. On the other side, we are featuring one of the oldies but goodies of Gundam, Wing.
Yeah,
So
a deck that kind of fell off in set 3, but definitely was seen as the best deck in set 2.
Set 1 and 2 is definitely up there.
I would say set 1 was a little more debatable, but set 2, I think it was by far seen as the best deck.
Yeah, I honestly think our set 1 meta was so well balanced.
It was.
So
Absolutely agree with that.
If there's a playstyle you wanted, it was almost all viable. I think mid-range was the hardest one to get, but like there was like the blue-white tempo deck for a bit that existed. I think you actually played it a lot, Danny, if you're here in chat still playing blue-white tempo with Corsicas and the GD01 Gundam.
Yep. But yeah, no, I still to this day I remember like during those that regional season or webcam event season, like you just didn't know what was gonna win. Like one week it'd be Wing, the next week it'd be red, blue, ping. The week after that we'd get blue, white in the running again, and then suddenly, like I think those were the main 3 decks for the most part. But any one of those 3 could take it.
Yeah. But here we're watching the Minerva Squad Destiny deck. S.Dot set up his trash with the Minerva. He says, you know what? I don't need this OA next turn. I'm just going to put it in the trash. Top deck quality has to be really good for the curve if that's our selection there.
Ooh, and we're going to go Overflowing Affection, play the Sword Impulse.
It was the Little Impulse bot decking himself to play the Blast or Sword from trash.
Ooh.
So pop that Lifrith, but now we see Sword Strike Kira come down, bounce that to hand, break that base.
Oh, the tempo is definitely going to be on a Wing side here for a little bit, but Minerva Squad isn't a pushover, so we'll see what they can come up with here. Level 5, so we can see we can see Blast Impulse come down. We replay that Force Sword Impulse. Looks like we are going to go for the Sword Impulse plus Shun to trade into the sword. I'm going to try to go into looks like we're trying to potentially try to go for a late game strategy. Just going to trade 1 for 1 here, trade equally. Also gets the Sword Impulse in trash, which is important.
So the one thing I would be thinking about if I'm playing this match as either side is like we're so used to being the deck that outvalues a lot of decks that we might just both go full greed and say, you know what, I think I'm outvaluing them, so I'm going to be giving him a chance to be on the back foot if I just play the bigger bodies or more bodies late game.
What is this card? I actually don't know what this white card they just played is.
It's the draw 1 trash 1 guy that we got an Altar of in set 1 for the release event.
Strike Dagger?
Yeah, it's from a beta also.
Yeah. It's an oldie.
Which makes sense for the Minerva deck to fill up trash.
We're gonna play. Looks like we played our Silver Bullet just to pass turn, and Giant Killing to get rid of the. Wow.
Yep, that's valid. That could be Giant Killing.
And we're just gonna play Lifrith. 1 for 1ing our opponent and trying to get it back ahead on shield, which looks like we might be able to pull off next turn and get the shield situation evened up. Oh, but Wing Gundam with the hero Yui. Gonna clear the Lifrith and breach 1 or breach 5, but only 1 damage done.
1 damage. Yeah. We get what you're saying.
All right, but now we can do some stuff. Using up the Shun is kind of rough, but if we still have it, we're gonna probably be okay. dagger. Oh, hits Akira to goes to hand. That's annoying.
Yeah, as a whole though, I'm so happy with set 4 format right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it feels like we really opened the door for having new decks come into the format, and they're all viable, but we're also not killing old archetypes. Yeah, we're just bringing the blocker out of trash here. We said, you know what? We can get really good value against this wing, prevent him from trading over any of my weenies I play down, because I can just block.
Mm-hmm. Gonna end our turn with a Lifrith, and I think next turn we might be looking at playing, actually getting Destiny involved here. Impulse is such an interesting card. I feel like I have a love-hate relationship with this card. I'm not sure where I want to be with it.
But yeah, we're not afraid to pop our little impulse to get guys out of trash though. And that's a Kira Freedom coming down, I believe. Or is that Duo Freedom? I can't tell. Regardless, we shrink. Oh, we shrink the blocker. That makes sense. And we let him get the trade into Lifrith. Doesn't make sense to block here. Now we have a chance to trade into him, but he has his own blocker also. So a little bit more difficult to navigate through.
Yeah.
Wing just really putting them in an awkward spot.
Absolutely. I think we really need... going for the OA. Still might be able to trash the exact piece we want in trash here going forward. Just gonna have to see. Really want to see. We did discard a Destiny Gundam earlier, which does hurt.
We also don't mind it going in trash early because we have more than one copy. We can play it out trash anyways. Plus, like, if we're trying to survive this early game, it's going to be the first card you pitch in a blind matchup. Like, if you're expecting it to be aggro, you can't keep your late game units like that. Yeah, with all 60 of y'all joining the stream tonight, welcome. We hope you guys are enjoying the gameplay. We're in round 3 of our webcam locals. We are guaranteed to finish by round 4. So one of these are going to be our finalists for tonight. Either Wing Gundam just updating and adjusting to the format, or it's going to be our Destiny Gundam pilot on the other side. Our table 1 match, for anyone who doesn't know, is League Militia against Neo Zong, which I think is probably favoring the League Militia deck, but it could work for Neo Zong's favor if we just catch a slow start from League Militia. But yeah, this board state here, I think it's definitely leaning towards the Wing player. But also, I can see a World Destiny just does come back because they have so much value built in innately for their Destiny Gundam.
No, I agree. Like, we can, if we can find a route that allows us to kind of get rid of the wing, because the wing is just doing a lot of pressure to us right now, not doing us any favors.
Yeah, I think like what your ideal late game win con is as the Destiny Gundam player is having 2 paired Destiny Gundams on board, and every time you swing with them, you end up pulling a blocker out of trash. So you just always have blockers protecting them, and you're able to keep progressing game state.
Resting 1. Oh, that's going to be the Kira Yamato, allowing us to attack. And are we going to shrink the... What are you thinking? I guess we shrink the Freedom to make the block awkward, and we let the trade happen.
That Wing Gundam just got so much value in this matchup.
Yeah,
like
it really did.
It went over the Lifrith, it got a pilot, and it got rid of another blocker off the board. And it looks like we play, is that Blast Impulse or Destiny?
This one's Force Impulse.
Or Force, yeah. Chat, y'all know what I'm saying. But we got 66 people joining us now, Risu. It's been a moment since we have a stream like this for Gundam.
Yeah, no.
Those GD01 days, man, it was popping off. We had like 200 some people watching, I think, at peak.
Yeah, no, those streams were wild.
But that doesn't tell you how good this format is and how exciting it is too.
No, I was gonna say, like, yeah, a lot of people are looking towards how good GD04 is looking to shape up. All right, Rail Strike with flat.
Yep. Yeah. That is our new 2/4 blocker we have.
Lifrith 2. But it looks like we're just slowly just kind of losing this game on the Minerva side. We'll see what what else Wing kind of dishes out. Oh, Kira to remove the L strike. That's rough.
Yeah, that might just be a bit too much for us. Because now we have what, like
Diaz
3
comes
bodies
down.
that go face, so we have high maneuver on wing 0. Yep, and now Kira swing shrinks flat because you don't care what happens there.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, you want to block this so we don't give them a chance to go high maneuver for game next turn. Okay, so we're saying we are committing to getting rid of this Wing Gundam 0 this turn through the Rick Diaz blocker. Like, we have to be doing that this turn.
I mean, we have the resources to do it. If I always love how resource efficient the Destiny Gundam deck can get in the later game. Let's see what they decide to pull off. We could see something like play Destiny, swing Destiny into something like Ale Strike, I guess. If you have the Shun, you'd have to have the Shun to go with it. Swing Destiny into Ale Strike, play the Sword Impulse, delete the Rick Diaz, and then force Impulse to trade into. I guess you would have to actually trade into the Wing 0 with the that attack with the Destiny attack. Ugh. All right, force Impulse attacking. I guess I would attack Ale with this force Impulse.
It just really depends. Like, do you have pilots in hand? If you do, what can you do with them? What can you bring back from trash that really matters? And it's a little difficult.
Oh, gonna have to OA here. Still
Yeah, I
digging.
think you have to have a pilot's required for this solution. Is how I see it.
I think we've only seen one Kira, one Shin. We're gonna offer the block. That's rough.
When destroyed, pick up a unit from trash with the trait.
It's like we are gonna pick up that Destiny.
Yeah, it's like, even if you do have the Shin here with the Destiny, you're swinging, you're getting rid of the high maneuver Wing 0. Get a resource back. We play out a blocker. I guess we're not dead.
You really wanted. I think you really wanted to do this before the force impulse swing, and we're just gonna scoop it up. Yeah. Oh, we had another.
Yeah, hit the link anyways. Yeah. Yeah. Your only out there was swinging that into the Wing Gundam 0 because you have enough attack. Resand resource, play blocker out trash if you had one. Then you have 2 blockers that eat up 2 attacks. While at 0 life, you just hope they don't have a Wing Gundam 0 or a linked wing.
I also think if we had the route where we didn't have to play OA, we could play the Destiny Gundam, play Shin, swing. I guess, yeah. So Destiny has to swing into Wing 0, but then you get to play Sword Impulse, which gets rid of the Rick Diaz, and then your Force Impulse can now attack over the Ale Strike, and that's a trade. And so then your opponent, before using your final bit of resources, your opponent only has you're left with flat, and maybe you can play a Blast Impulse.
Yeah, if we have the table 1 though, we can actually get that Neo Zong versus League Militia matchup.
Ooh.
And we're actually in a good spot to get game quality this time, guys. Don't worry. But for anyone joining us here in chat, for all 70 of you guys watching, first of all, welcome. We're in the middle of round 3 of our 4-round tournament tonight. This Friday, if you guys are available, we are hosting an MSA tournament. At the price of a Taco Bell meal, you can play in a locals and earn up to a booster box of pricing based on player attendance. We have bounty decks as well, so if you're someone who likes a deck building challenge, Vulture is our bounty deck for Friday.
And what do they win for playing the bowl? What do you mean by bounty?
Yeah, Bounty deck is basically a deck where whoever has the best finish as that deck will get additional prizing, regardless of how well they place, if they are the best finishing Vulture deck. So, for example, if you get first place as Vulture, when the event is capped out, you get the first place prize of a full booster box, and you also get an additional 6 packs.
Ooh,
So you're
wow.
basically getting 30 booster packs if you win with Vulture at a capped out tournament.
Oh, that's awesome.
But regardless, you're guaranteed at least 3 booster packs worth of points, which can be GD01, 2, 3, or 4, for only a $6 entry if you're the best finishing Vulture deck. And that's always the fun challenge.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like our red white one.
I actually looked away for a moment because I was just kind of yapping. But yeah, I got a cat here on the stream for y'all. If you guys don't see, this is my little tuxedo.
Okay.
And he is begging for attention. But yeah, fun tournament so far tonight. And honestly, like, it's a really good spread. It's not super leaning saying it's like a tier 0 format, but people are definitely leaning towards the new stuff tonight.
Mm-hmm. No, it's really, I really like it. I like when everyone's actually trying to experiment with all the new stuff and sees a reason to. I think one of the hard parts was like, you still have to have those people that are playing the old stuff so you can actually like, because it happens all the time in playtesting where you only playtest the new stuff, but you forget to playtest the new stuff into the old stuff.
Yeah, it's like, I think there's also the angle is like, okay, how do we improve these decks with the new cards? And if you don't have a way to improve them, it's like, what's the point in building them? Like,
yeah,
you've been playing this for the past like 9 months. What's the point of building it for tonight?
Yeah, that's fair. That being said, I opened 4 boxes, 1 Destiny Gundam. Oh, that's rough, Kyle. I really want to build a Curios deck and the red purple Trinity Setsuna deck. Oh yeah, that's also could potentially be a good one. I was just telling Eagle that I'm probably gonna end up trying to build the I'll probably end up trying to build the Destiny deck, which doesn't seem too bad. Which I'm really happy with the just kind of the price of Gundam right now. I think products available, which is really nice to see. I think and stuff like that. So we'll just have to
anything see. On the newer side is definitely a lot more reasonable than it used to be.
I think the hardest thing is still like those first couple starter decks are a little hard. I know we do just have like the starter deck events where we did get a comfy reprint, a comfy like reprint of all the starter decks, but I can defend if players might not feel like it's quite enough. But they do a good job of reprinting a lot of those cards. Like how many Kiras do we have now? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and it's just going to keep improving over time also.
Absolutely. You can't stand Shin in the show. That's fair. I get it. Honestly, that's probably everybody's complaint about Seed in general is just like, I hate Kira. I hate what's the other one? Atheron. People just don't like the protagonists in that show. But Destiny Gundam is very cool. I was gonna try to show it off, but I think I have it hiding somewhere else.
Yeah. Oh, Reese, I don't know if I told you this. I if you're going to grab something, you can grab something.
No, you good. You good.
But for anyone who doesn't know, we have a very like strong webcam scene as a whole here at the Eagles Nest. And our Digimon side, we have 2 regional champions now.
Oh yeah.
3 regionals. We have 2 regional champions on the NA side.
Yeah, no.
The Baton Rouge regional was an Eagles Nest local.
Oh yeah, I still don't have the list for Baton Rouge, but I know it was a Eagles Nest. It was Medusamon won the whole thing, which was really cool.
Yeah, and then one of the players from Gundam's it's like, hey, by the way, I also got top 8 at Virginia. Thanks for having a webcam scene to practice in. So we're getting there. We're getting there in
Gundam or Digimon. I mean, we still have Cody plays here, right? Very renowned player in both One Piece and just other card games in general, and Gundam. And then one of the webcam players Michael won the first Eggman event or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, we just have a strong scene here,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something I always love seeing grow with the game, because with the strong players coming out every week, you're also seeing really good deck lists get brewed up. So if
Right.
you're trying to get an idea of like, hey, what do I play for next format? Well, you
Mhm.
have a few really good options and people to like net deck off of. I feel like there's always like, what are they called for Digimon? Like the sample deck list team, the dev team makes for you to try out for the new set. Like,
Right.
you want Medusa? Here's your sample deck. This is a really strong example of seeing in the Gundam card game. You come out to Eggman's events, you come out to here at the Eagle's Nest. You're going to see strong players with strong builds early on, just to like get an early version of.
Yeah. No, I expect a lot of these decks. I expect the Minerva Squad deck to really try to figure out where exactly they're gonna end up in terms of what are they gonna put in the deck to support it exactly. Like obviously flats and Lifris are really good, but maybe there is something else better out there than the blocker white package. Maybe we see red purple, just like the ultimate decks. You were able to build your own starter deck basically, which was really fun.
Yeah, honestly, that ST09 release event was super fun to play in, just because you had the two options. They both felt really complete. It's a really fun back and forth board tempo. And I'm just kind of hopping some of these other tables here, and like a lot of them are so close to being done. Like they're literally a turn away. I know it's going to be like what we had in the last round. We're going to see a finished game wrap up in like a turn.
Yeah.
So we're kind of sitting comfy here, just waiting for the finals at table 1 next round. Where I guess we could set up a poll if we want for our viewers today on what they think is going to take it all in the finals between red, white, Neo Zong or white, green, wing.
Let's see. Start a poll. Who's got it? Wing or what's his name? Zhong? Neo Zhong?
Yeah, Neo Zong. Yeah, one thing we haven't seen really played a lot is blue-green 1 Year War.
Yeah,
that's something I was kind of expecting more people to try out. I think it has really good tools for like more late game sustain.
What do you feel like it got? I feel like they could potentially leverage the militaire package.
But, I mean, you're really playing Zong if you're playing 1 Year War. And Zong's the new Charlink that gives you the 2 wired arms that are standing tokens that can't be interacted with.
Oh,
and then if you remove him, you get a rested head token.
Right.
So you're effectively getting 4 bodies with 1 Charlink.
Maybe that's good.
Yeah. I mean, I've tested out like the white green build where it's like oops all char, and it's cute, it's kind of fast, but also like if you don't win by like turn 3, you're dead.
Yeah, and
your hand size goes away so fast.
And if you don't find char, you just you struggle a little bit. I feel it would be another hindrance in that deck. I want to see Wing win, but I'm pretty sure Young might take it. Yeah, I think I definitely think the red white just has just a really strong end game. Like I think the Wing player definitely has to pivot into like an aggressive strategy instead of a defensive one to win that matchup, because I do think the Neo Zhong just has the better end game.
Imagine you get 2 of them on the board at the same time and you just nuke a Wing Gundam 0 when you play like a small little guy.
Just play a 1-drop and no, it's gone. Yeah, no, it is gross.
Yeah, we're sitting at what, like another 12 minutes in the round to wrap up our last 2 tables.
Yeah, which format's been pretty fast, so I can see them being done soon.
Yeah, realistically, they're going to be done here in a moment. Table 6 here, both players are at 2 shields each, both with like 3 units on board, no blockers. And was it table 4? Table 4 is kind of similar, except you have blockers in the mix of League Militia and what looks like it was Wing. Yeah, I mean, they're both in top deck mode, so things have to go sideways sooner than later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll take a quick moment here to grab some water, and we'll be here for the finals shortly for all 7 of y'all watching and chat.
Yeah, I will. Let's just throw it to a break screen. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And we're back. We have our final round paired. Our players are getting ready. It's going to be green-white Wing versus red-white Xiong.
Neo Xiong.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's talking in chat. Like, honestly, both the decks have merits. I think
Mhm.
Wing is definitely the one that can go face a lot faster because they have more low-level units.
I feel like you have to
Since
see
Neo
it though, but yeah, I know what you. I definitely agree with you. I think you guys were also talking in the chat between playing maybe green white wing has to adapt to maybe an Ultron style build or maybe even Death Scythe. Yeah, and I think the difference there really comes down to the idea of like, how many blockers do we anticipate? Because Ultron I feel like is really cool and strong if we see blockers, right? If blockers are really popular, then being able to just say 5 damage to a blocker, but then we have things are very now things have like, things are like Silver Bullet, which reduces damage taken by 3. And I think people would respond by playing some of those and things like that. So I think it's an interesting spot. Wing, if you're a player that wants to commit to Wing 0 this format, you definitely have to read the format a little more closely than you may or may not be used to.
Yeah, especially at like a local level, because locals skew very heavily to like certain play styles. I've noticed. I always joke about this. Whenever I play a new type challenge at one of the LGSs, I always have the most anti-aggro teched out deck possible. And every single time it's paid off because I've only gone against aggro those days.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember that was like, I got my NTC winner 2, 3, and 5 from the same shop.
Oh wow,
That's
nice.
It's the only shop I reliably play well at. Set 1, I lost in the finals, and the 4th NTC with Freedom Kira, I was in Vegas, so I couldn't do that one.
Ah, bummer. Well, Vegas was fun, regardless.
Yeah, but if I was playing it, I would have text for aggro. But yeah, that's why I feel like a lot of like these NTCs are too. Like if you're doing well for your local meta and you make the right prediction, it has a big skew of like doing well.
Yeah.
But our players are kicking off. We have a first player and second player, and game's underway. We got Cody taking second with Neo Xiong, and the only play you really have in the early game is OA. Both players kind of acknowledging, hey, we're just going to take it a little slow. We aren't seeing anything face down on us on our level 2 curve, so we know it's a slower deck. And what is that Cody played down there?
This is I forget it. I constantly forget its name, but it is when destroyed, deal 1 damage. It's an interesting low to the ground unit. I think it's a 3-2, 3-3. But it's really interesting just for that errant ping that it does. We are gonna block, but the on destroy is just gonna see, and that falling for the bait right then and there. It only does 2 damage, but the Rick Diaz does still die.
Oh, it also has a trait too, I see. Oh, webcams need to show, they said. You need to switch the view.
Oh, man.
Hey chat, it's okay. You missed the first 3 turns where it was draw pass, base pass, unit pass, swing, trade. There you go. I just summarized the first few turns. I got you, chat.
Yeah, now we did get a striker pack down, so just trying to play out for the stall game. But no, actually, we're gonna go aggressive. Our opponent hasn't played anything, and we need to go for face to win eventually, regardless.
You're not being punished for this.
Not at all.
Going sideways.
Ooh, we're
Especially
going
with
wide.
This low. Actually, we have a lower level curve than I thought we had. I know, Kyle, you missed a riveting gameplay of draw passes and bases. It's okay. It's okay, guys. You can use your imagination, and we can reenact this for you later if you want.
We are going to play a Shenlong, an OA, and pass. Hopefully we can get...
Shenlong stares down that Lifrith, says, what you want to do, buddy?
Uh-oh. Hopefully we can start getting some things off the ground. I think the wing... I feel like we really wanted to see more out of the wing player in this early game. Maybe more of the Lifrith flat. I feel like Wing Zero decks probably are going to start playing flat now. Here's another Kshatriya.
Oh, do we have a link for it? We have a full frontal link on K-Chat. Full frontal effect? Oh, I guess this is a super low to the curve white-red angle.
Mm-hmm.
It's taken out, and now we're just going sideways with our blockers.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Says, you know what? You're going to start winning this weird board state, so I might as well start pushing damage.
Oh, I definitely agree. Oh, what is the burst on this card? I actually don't know.
Activate main.
Oh, so we're actually going to just return 2 things to the hand, which, what, you bounce Lifrith and K-Shat?
It has to be... the answer is yes, Kyle. That does answer it. He does have graceful. And graceful demeanor, for anyone who does not know, burst is activate main effect. Choose 1 to 2 enemy units level 3 or lower. So Lifrith and the blocker token were the only targets there. The K-Shots are level 4, if I remember correctly.
Right. And we have 3 shields left. We're gonna play Piecemealion. Do we just have the high roll combo? We do. Nice. We're gonna love to see this. It's gonna be Wing Zero or Wing Gundam, Hero Yui, attack Piecemealion into, I imagine, K-Shot? And then Piecemealion is gonna allow us to heal 2, I believe.
Yeah, our goal is just to get our base to give us as much value as possible. The fact they had all these low level cards means their hand quality is like very low level. You're running out of cards sooner than later also. Yeah, Punch for not swinging the Striker Pack token first over K-Chat. That is true. I think his goal is to keep it up, maybe. I guess it wouldn't make sense to keep it up because you would get the incentive to swing, pop, and then trade over the other guy. But yeah, nonetheless, like, I think we're in a really good board state if we have, like, a Sinaju Link coming up. We don't mind that. Sinaju Link is so good against Wing.
Yeah. Although we did give up a full frontal, so maybe we're just kind of flooded on pilots potentially. Did feel kind of weird.
That is also an option, yeah. But for all 80 of y'all joining the stream tonight, welcome. This is our finals for tonight for our webcam locals. Neo Zong white-red against green-white Wing.
Ooh, passing here. I think that just means swing into, what do you swing, K-Shot again? Or do we actually want to get rid of Lifrith?
You're happy trading over either one. Path to victory defeat. That's how you know the meta's slowed down.
Yeah.
Has slowed down enough where we can search our deck.
Yeah, that is.
With that card.
That's crazy to think about. And we're just going to attack now. Oh, it's going to be that, was it improved technique?
Oh, that's the new red command. Shoot, what is it called? It does 4 damage to something with like 5 AP or more, I think is the threshold.
Wow.
Level 6 or lower, that's what it is. 4 damage, level 6 or lower.
All right, Marita to hand. Ugh. And that's going to be our full turn.
Overwhelming pressure. That's the type of pressure we're looking for, chat. For all 85 y'all joining, join your presence. Thank you for joining us in the stream tonight. Sorry, I'm stumbling over words. If you miss a chance to play out tonight, don't worry. We have a big night coming up Friday. It is our MSA MSA locals on Friday. 128 player cap, all at the price of a Taco Bell meal for $6. You guys can play to compete to win prizing. Any booster sets 1 through 4 we have available in our prizing selection here at the Eagle's Nest. And we also have a bounty deck. If you guys want a challenge for deck building, we're giving you guys an incentive to play Vulture. Best finishing Vulture deck will get extra prizing regardless of their placement if they're the best finishing Vulture deck.
Yeah, and link in the description below if you're interested in finding out. Always join the Discord. Joining the Discord is always going to be the best move for you if you're interested in playing anything here at Eagle's Nest.
Yeah, I'm just so excited, man. Like, this format has brought so much life back to the Gundam card game that we kind of lost during that set 2 and 3 like stale metas. Like, there's a little bit of excitement, but it wasn't anything that was like blowing your mind away. It's like I see the Blurple deck or I see the anti-Blurple deck.
All right. Where are we with resource? Did we +1 our resources? I think maybe we did. Looks like we are at 8, but we're going to use 1 for an OA. Or no, unforeseen incident. So we can trade into the K-Shat.
Yep, and you'll live with a little bit more HP. So the MSA tourney, it's a little hard to stream those right now. There's not really a good streaming method yet. It's something I've talked to Doug about. But because Doug's a little bit smaller of a dev team for his project, priorities are to get the bugs fixed out for the gameplay to be as accurate as possible.
Yeah.
But that is something that we have in the long-term scope of things. I'm hoping to have it for one of our MSA tournaments we have. We're doing one a month, so if you miss this first one, don't worry. You'll get a second chance at one next month, and then a third chance the month after.
Playing the piecemeal after attacking with the wing feels kind of bad. I feel like we probably could have sequenced that a little bit or saved a little bit more life on this wing Gundam, but otherwise looking okay. But now we're probably looking at the big turns now, and we are in such a healthy state as the red-white player. That's going to be a Sinanju.
And now I think about, like, if you're playing a very aggressive red-white opener, it means they have to trade into you as wing. And if you're doing that and you set up a Neozong like on your level 9 play, you're probably winning the game still, because you get to remove at least a damaged body that's been trading over your guys. There's the overwhelming pressure getting rid of that Ale Strike Gundam. And we're just doing what One Year War used to do, all the aggro decks, setting up as many bodies a late turn as possible so we can start really putting pressure on setting up that lethal scenario.
Yeah, that has tapped us out though, so maybe we can get to the other side of this. Freedom's nice. Do we have a pilot? We do.
Freedom Kira. So it doesn't bounce anything, but swing, shrink, breach, we're in a pretty happy spot.
Piecemeal will heal us 1 damage after everything, I think.
Yep. Yeah, so it's really in both decks like hands to still have an out and win the game here. But it requires quite a few pieces for our red-white player compared to our wing player right now.
I think I don't agree. I think Freedom should just attack here.
Well, if you do, then it means you have one easier way to get through lethal. Having a standing blocker that doesn't die to an overwhelming pressure is pretty big. Neozong comes out. 3 damage gets applied to probably the Rick Diaz because it cleans it off. No, we're going for the wing. Yeah. Okay, so we are playing to survive now.
And I think that's all we have to do. We're comfortable from a shield perspective.
Yeah, I agree, Kyle. Like, your big thing is, like, as long as you're not turning your body sideways, they're pretty healthy your next couple of turns. Like, they're not going to be interacted with, which, if you can minimize interaction, means you have the most guarantees for your upcoming turn.
Looks like we're getting aggressive.
And it says, if I play too defensively now, I could hurt myself. So let's go ahead and start pushing damage. And Wing Gundam 0 doing no damage to the red-white player's board, but we do damage to our own board on our Rick Diaz and our blocker token. So depending on what our card quality is, what did we top deck? Is there a world we get Neozong, pair full frontal?
A full frontal would be devastating.
Pings? You want a Neozong full frontal, and then you're getting 1 ping, 2 ping, 3 ping, 4 ping. Yeah. Is that clearing anything, though?
Oh, we got the vanilla. Or not the vanilla. That's going to be 3 damage. That's going to hit the Rick Diaz. We got another one. That's going to hit the launcher. Now we're safe from losing the game. And we have a blocker. Yeah. And I think that might be it. We'll see what the last couple cards we had are, but
high maneuver wing 0 doesn't matter as much here because there's 2 shields. We were pushing face so hard that they had to trade with our board. Trading with our board means that you don't have that guaranteed high maneuver.
Oh, second wing 0 comes down. I think you have to attack with the first one.
Yeah, we also get the 2 damage set up preemptively on the Wing Zero. That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about, like, the fact that we have to think back all the way to that one Lifrith being the difference here puts it in a very different spot. All range attack, burst, I think it's do 1 damage to a unit. Does that make any good Neo Zong math, or are we just...
Well, I think if you put it on the Wing Zero, yeah, I was gonna say if you put it on Wing Zero, you're in a really good spot.
I mean, our biggest issue is there's 2 high maneuver swings, and we have to trade over 1 if we're not going for game.
Mm-hmm.
It really comes down to what was this top deck. A Neo Zong, guys. So we're pinging 6 damage total.
God.
You double ping the Freedom. You have Neo Zong trade over a Wing. Yeah, so we're ping. And then you have to get rid of that Wing. Oh, wait, it's just game. Yeah,
it's just game if you clear the blocker. Yeah.
It did ping the Rick earlier, but he put a pilot on it, so it had a chance to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he put a Chang underneath it. But that is our finals for tonight, guys. Red, White, Neo Zong taking it again, just like Eggman's event last night.
Yeah.
And if you guys are around, like I said, Friday night is going to be our MSA locals. We're at the price of a Taco Bell meal. You guys can play a big Gundam tournament, a cap of 128 players. Bounty deck is Vulture, so if you guys like to brew decks and be the best deck brewer, Vulture is the deck we're challenging players to play on Friday.
And for those that don't know, MSA is actually the browser-based online simulator for the Gundam card game. Created by Doug, allows us to just play the game. You can bring there's no commitment. You just sign up, make an account, make some decks, and show up on Friday, and you'll be able to play. 0 financial commitment. Not even gonna have to put a sleeve to a single piece of cardboard. So like it's the perfect way to try out the game if you guys haven't yet, and you guys need something a little less more committed than having to print out proxies or get the cards yourself. So it's definitely lowering the things you need to do to play. It's really just show up at this point. Really, let's be honest.
Yeah. But with that being said, thank you so much for everyone joining. We peaked at over 100 viewers tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Great stream. Happy to have y'all here. But yes, Neo Zong did take it. Chat was right. Chat
got it. Yeah, no, it's just the slightly better late game proved to be too much for Wing Zero, unfortunately. But see you guys next time. It was fun. Yeah, that's it. Bye.